What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. For those of you who are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. If you hit that button, you're automatically entered in. I'm going to be giving away a signed stick from my NHL career once I hit 20K subscribers. So if this is your first time in, thanks for joining. To everyone out there, hope you guys have had a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and we'll have a Happy New Year. Now, as for the video today, it's sort of a recap video, just showing different clips and highlights of a lot of the videos that we put out there this year, and very much just kind of a celebration for you guys, and wouldn't be here without you guys today. So thanks as always. Again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and if you're returning and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button because you're entered in to raffle, like I said, for a signed NHL stick. So thanks again, guys. Have a Happy New Year out there to everyone, and stay well. Obviously, like I said, you're traveling by bus. Bus is not the most comfiest, especially when you're a rookie. You have to double up. So those of you who haven't watched my previous video about doubling up on the plane and pro and stuff when you're rookie, means you have to sit two people side by side. So two rookies would sit in the two seats, whereas when you're an older guy, when you're a veteran out of your rookie year, then you get your own seat and it's a lot more comfier, two seats to yourself. So that's kind of what we do as far as things we would do on the bus. My later years, there came out this box thing like this where you would put your Xbox in this, and then there was a TV in the other part. So we would play Xbox on the bus for a while, a couple hours, usually till anywhere 11:30, 12 to that 2:30, 3-ish kind of range. Then they add, from 3 to 4, they add in a snack, or from 3 to basically bus time. There's two different buses on there. There's a 4 p.m. bus, 4:45 bus. For me, I always like taking the later bus. A lot of guys, like the team I played on this year in Charlotte, we had a lot of guys who were early bus, and we had maybe, if there's 20-something guys on the team, there was 15 of them went on the early one, and there was only 5 of us on the later. Don't ask me how that works or why. It's just personal preference. Do you like getting to the arena early? Do you like getting there a little bit later? That's why I ended up, funny enough, he tells me this, not even 2-3 weeks later, I go on a run. I think I scored like 8 or 9 goals in 6 games or something like that. I had a hat trick playing against the Coyotes, my first time playing against them. And on the 3rd goal, so I got 2, there was about, I think, 2 or 3 minutes left. And the coach sort of put me out there when there was like, I want to say 2 minutes, and I had a shift for about a minute. And the puck went out of play or something, and there was a minute left. And I came back to the bench and stuff, and then I heard Taser turn around to the coach and say, 11's going back out there, right? And basically saying, hey, get back on the ice. And the coach kind of looked at him sort of wide-eyed and was like, yeah, Pearls, you're back out again. And so I'll never forget, and I end up scoring the hat trick goal, one of the highlights of, my career in the NHL. And I'm forever grateful for that, man. For him to see that, tell the coach, hey, piss off, this guy's staying back on the ice. If that doesn't tell you about the type of person he is, I don't know what will. He's just the best. So we're watching all the guys and stuff. One of the funniest bits, out of this whole thing is literally, it's practice green where everyone's putting, and practice chipping area. And then there's a road or a crosswalk in between. Now all the fans are gathered around either section, right? And we want to go and watch the chipping. And Luke Donald was over there chipping. There was a few guys, I think JB Holmes. So we want to cross and watch the chipping. And literally, I'm not kidding. They thought we were, somebody, right? The security, because we're in there already and stuff. So we walk from the putting green this way over, and the security literally did one of these on either side, nobody go past me, and ushered us, 3 of us guys, past him as we walked in front of the whole crowd, and they're looking at us like, who the hell are these guys, in guys again. Is that self-betterment? This guy went away during the summer, he's improved, he's worked on his game, Does it really help you going into main camp? Yes and no. If you're a top-rated guy, you're going to the main camp anyway. For someone like myself, I was drafted in the first round. You knew you were going to the NHL training camp to be a part of it and to learn. Now, for a guy who might be a free agent sign-in or something like that, who, you know, might be lower down the totem pole per se of where the prospect rating or whatever, having a really good camp might help him a lot. Maybe he wasn't scheduled to go to NHL main training camp and it earns him an invite to that. A lot of cases, is it like, oh my God, he made the team from rookie camp? No, like that doesn't rarely happen. And oftentimes I've seen a lot of guys who have a great rookie camp and then struggle in main camp. Oh yeah, I like this one. RSM 0413. Will you be in CM Punk's corner when he faces Seth Rollins down the road? I don't know. Shout out to CM Punk. Get me involved with the WWE, man. I'll come. I'll be your corner guy. I'll walk out with you. I'll do whatever I got to do to distract him, and we'll get the win. But I know who that is. That's Ryan. Shout out Ryan. This is a quick little story for who asked the question. Last year I went to Carolina Hurricanes camp on a PTO. I flew in about a week early beforehand. I didn't have a car, obviously staying in a hotel and stuff. I go to the rink, I Ubered to the rink. We practice, we do our stuff. And then when I was going to leave, I wanted to go to a car rental company, but was trying to get an Uber, couldn't get one. I ended up running into this guy, Ryan, who, shout out to him again, who asked the question. And he ended up just saying, hey man, where are you going? I'll give you a ride and stuff. And really realized I'll pop up the selfie of me and him in the car together. Really good guy. People in North Carolina, shout out to them because they're awesome, really nice people. Don't want to overdo it too because we're on the ice so much in professional hockey already. Just tweaks. That's kind of like, I don't know for you, but maintenance and tweaks, things of like, I really wanted to work on X, for example, I don't know, a pull shot, or I wanted to get better at shooting, or whatever the case may be. So that's some fundamental stuff. We're going to pop up some clips of us guys on the ice and Brett and doing some different things he was just working on. But that's where it kind of two times a week is that spot.
Yeah, and I think a big thing is just like learning new skills, and you're constantly learning stuff on the ice, off the ice. But especially on the ice, we've been able to work with some great trainers out there. Skills coach Brian out in Arizona has been huge for us. You know, we do a lot of his stuff on the ice in the summer, and it translates into, you know, learning new shots and able to score in different ways and get yourself open, and you know, just be an overall better hockey player in a lot of ways that traditionally you wouldn't work on during the season. You know, you're doing a lot of practices, skating, team structure, like stuff. Like,
you can really break down like your training in the summer of like, I wrote down 3 points. 1, I have fun. 2, I enjoy the process of making it and I make it how I want to make it. And number 3, I release it. And those are 3 ways to me that I see. It doesn't have anything to do with likes, subscribers, any of that stuff.
Oh, you dropped that one. I think that's over that time.
That's a nice one. like a nice stinger.
Huge selling point for the NCAA hockey is the facilities. They are, for the most part, state-of-the-art, absolutely top-class facilities. The rink we played in was called Munn Arena at Michigan State, constantly revamping it. They just did a huge renovation, spend a ton of money, new dress room, everything's always fresh. As far as the room itself, you know, everything like beautiful stalls, carpet, lights, you know, they got the Spartan logos everywhere. I will flip around on the knob. I don't know if you can tell up there. So that actually says WINTERCLASSIC, Winter Classic. So I wrote on a lot of my sticks, I would write different things on it. This one I wrote Winter Classic, and then it was the 11th. So I put 11th IN in H, which stands for history. It was the 11th game in history of the Winter Classic, and it was my first one. So I write that on the back of stick. I'll pop it up of the goal that I scored with this. But yeah, that was my tape job back then. Some baby powder on it, as you can see, kind of taped the toe, but love this thing. So use that stick for a ton of years. My earlier years was a lot more just like watching movies all the time. Like I could quote anything. I watched so many movies. But I will say one of the things that from junior, looking back on, like as far as like creating a professional hockey player, we played a lot of games. Like we played 68 games in a season, regular season games. And like in the American League, in the AHL, they play 72. So that's very much on a pro schedule right there. And obviously then you add playoffs and how far you go and other games, top prospects, all these things. You know, the schedule is very, very pro-like. I will say that. And it probably very much prepared me for like what I'm doing now as far as being a professional hockey player. Now I've done this for 28 years old now, done it for the last 12 years basically on this same schedule since I've been 16 years old, of 68 plus games a year. This was Dunks Walk the Line. Basically, like he walked into the middle, he kind of did like his patented half slapper thing, and it kind of got like, it didn't really go through very well, and then the puck was, I was kind of like, I don't know, 20 feet away from him, basically ahead of him. It kind of got like redirected or slowed down to me, and I just sort of hit it going forward, and it went, pretty sure it went 5-hole. And yeah, I remember that. I was in, yeah, second period against Ottawa. Let's go with, we're too pearly, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Great having you aboard. Let's get a cup and bring it back to 5. We have best underrated players you've seen. Now, I'm a bit biased because I think like a lot of my friends and stuff, I always think are underrated, or you see, you know, the best of them, especially like how nice of people they are and stuff like that. I'm gonna go off the top of my head. Mario Kempe, Ilya Lyubushkin, really underrated players, great guys. Like Kemp's, I'll pop up a video of him doing a full freaking spinorama with the puck on his stick. It was incredible. Like the skill on him and stuff. Bush, the nicest guy ever. So like plays so hard and stuff. And I'll end it with Kooks. Shout out to Kooks, Slater Cuckoo, man. Me and him were good buddies too, and extremely underrated player. Like just solid, really good guy, team guy, like so great in the locker room. Me and him sat beside each other. We go for dinner a lot. So yeah, I'd say those three guys.